Tonight on WVUA News at 6, breaking news from Cottondale where police are on the scene of a bank robbery. Plus,
I'm Bradley Whittington. Find out why your school supplies list could be a little lengthy and why your shopping cart could look like this when you get to the checkout line. That's next on WVUA News.
And see how Tuscaloosa City school leaders are helping students recover from emotional effects from this year's storms. Plus, will you need your sunscreen or your umbrella for your weekend plans? We'll have Alabama's home team forecast. WVUA News at 6 is next.
You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6.
I'm Philip Coleman. Lynn Brooks has the evening off tonight on WVUA News at 6. Find out where you can get backpacks and school supplies for your children for free. And it's a surprise move today in the state's gambling corruption trial. But first, we start with breaking news from the Cottondale area. Tuscaloosa police were on the scene of a bank robbery, and the suspect may be the same person wanted for a robbery in Brookwood last week. According to Officer Brent Blankley, today's robbery happened at the Bank of Tuscaloosa in Cottondale around 5 o'clock. The suspect entered the bank and demanded money. The person was given an undisclosed amount of money and then fled the scene in a maroon-colored vehicle. Now, take a look at this picture. Officer Blankley says this is the suspect. They say the suspect is a white male or female, and this is the suspect wanted in connection with the Brookwood robbery. The FBI says they strongly believe it's the same person involved in today's robbery in Cottondale. Officials say there were no injuries in today's incident. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at area code 205-752-STOP. Now in other news, crayons and backpacks are filling shopping carts across West Alabama as parents gather supplies for their children to start school. But budget cuts and storm recovery are also playing a part in this year's preparations. WVUA's Bradley Whittington shows us how buying school supplies could possibly break the bank.
It's something every parent has to think about, buying school supplies. School supply lists appear to get bigger each year, and that's causing some families to cut back their spending to cover the cost of school.
We do have to plan really carefully in August because it's not just the school supplies, you also have the fees, and then there's all the buying the lunch boxes and things that aren't specifically on the list, but you've got to have them for your kids.
Although the school supplies list is long and your basket may look like this at the end of your shopping trip, school teachers say that extra supplies is needed.
It's definitely needed. I mean, we've been cut back tremendously. Teachers used to get a couple $100s, for those basic supplies, paper, Kleenexes, things like that, and they've been cut down to, less than half of that. Thankfully, our community comes together, and supplies the teachers with a lot of the stuff they need. People
like retired school teacher Esther Fairley, who's spending her own money for people in need.
I am in here shopping for the children that was in the storm so they could have something to start school with.
Teachers say they depend on the extra supplies for those families who can afford to buy them.
On our list, we have, I think it says 3 folders, and make sure you don't put their names on them. Tuscaloosa City's got a high, poverty rate. So you've got, 1,200, 1,300 students that really cannot afford to buy those supplies. So if you can, buy the extra, it's a definite necessity.
And for people who haven't bought school supplies, starting on August the 5th through the 7th, you'll be able to purchase them tax-free, as Alabama will hold its 6th annual sales tax holiday. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Bradley Whittington, WVUA News.
And if you need help getting supplies for your children, we have some good news for you. Operation Backpack is set for this Saturday. It's a joint effort among local school systems, the Salvation Army, and Tuscaloosa's One Place, and several businesses and churches. Their goal is to fill 10,000 backpacks with school supplies. Backpacks and supplies will be handed out this Saturday from 8 a.m. until 11 at these locations: Snow Hinton Park, Central Primary School, and Northington, Inglewood, Brookwood, and Huntington Place elementary schools.